Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It is so good to see you. I hope that you're doing well. So for the first part of this vlog, I wanted to just chit chat, talk to you, catch up on some things because I actually took a week and a half off. You don't know this because I got ahead on videos. By the grace of God, I had this big burst of energy and I was able to get ahead. The only downfall with that is like I noticed I would talk about something in this video, but I hadn't actually showed you yet, and so they kind of got out of whack. So that was the only negative part about getting ahead, but we are caught up at this point. This is present day. That bedroom reset video, I'd mentioned at the end of it that I was feeling so tired, like we were coming down with something, and it turns out we were coming down with something. This is day 6 and we've all been snotty and coughing and sneezing and, you know, in our sinuses and all of that. But the worst part for me has been like my throat. This is the first day that I have actually felt like talking where it wasn't super painful. I still have my wisdom teeth. Growing up, my dentist said that if they didn't bother me, then there's no point in getting them taken out. Now as an adult, the dentist is always pushed to get those removed, but they never bothered me up until pregnancy. Actually, this upper left wisdom tooth actually come through the surface, and it bothered me at 2 different points, but it got better, you know, and it you know, the pain just went away and didn't bother me anymore. But since I have been sick, Google says that those sinus cavities can get inflamed and it can cause like that throbbing severe tooth pain that has been going on, and that's what's been going on. It has been so incredibly sore, and David said that right here had been swollen and right here had been swollen, so you know, I've been having to do an ice pack here, and I've just not had an appetite because it hurt me to eat, and it's been causing like my head to hurt and all of that. But Google says that it could be an impacted tooth where you would need to have surgery to have that removed, and I have just been praying that I didn't need to get surgery right now. David's like, Ashley, eventually you're gonna have to have that surgery, so why don't you just get ahead of it and go ahead and schedule it and let's get that done. And I'm like, no, I really don't want to have surgery right now. So I've just been hoping that it was my sinuses being inflamed and that it was going to get better. Well, thank God. Yesterday I got some sinus medication because it was the first day that we had got out. And this is the second time that I've taken it this morning. And thank God, I think we're on the mend. I think we're going to be okay. I think I'm not going to have surgery, and that it is my sinuses from being sick that has this so inflamed. But still hurts me to swallow, still hurts me to talk, and it still hurts me to eat, but I really think that we're getting better, so thank God for that. But so much has happened in a week and a half. Arthur got his 3rd haircut. We've had some play dates. Our friend, unfortunately her son, he was on an e-bike at a campground and he got hit by a motorcycle. He's going to be okay, but my goodness, you know. David talked to the electrician excuse me. David talked to the electrician, and we're going to run our electricity underground, and we've been talking about the different options between copper and aluminum. Copper is going to be like 3 times more expensive. Run it underground is going to be way 3 times more expensive, but this is the route that David thinks that we need to go, and so we got the electrician lined up. David is going to meet with the builder today to officially, you know, lay things out and have their final discussions, and because they're just chomping at the bit, like, we're ready to go, let's get this started, you know, we need to get this done in like 12 months. And I'm sure there's something else that I was wanting to tell you, but I think that's going to get us caught up for now, and if I think of anything else, I'll share it with you. But we got out yesterday because we had to run some errands, and so I went into the thrift shop because that is my therapy. You know, I thought that that would just balance me out a little bit, and since it was day 5 and we're not blowing snot everywhere, I thought that we were on the mend and that we wouldn't be contagious. So I did pick some things up. So first of all, I'm going to share that with you, and then we'll just see what else we get into. But I'm glad you're here. I hope that you're doing well. I know everybody's going through something, but God is good. He's faithful, and he's going to see us through every hardship in life. It's actually been many hours later. We've been playing, haven't we? And see, he's still got a snotty nose. But anyways, Daddy's going to be here at any minute. He's going to come by and see us for just a minute, and then he's going to go up and meet with the builder. Let's wipe your nose. I'm about to take another round of that sinus medication. But yesterday, when we were out and about, we went into the thrift store that does the $5 bag sales. And I don't know how to do this, but I do not plan. I don't know when they have their $5 bag sales, but I just happen to show up every time that they are. And so... I do not do this on purpose, but I just every time I randomly go there, it's that sale. And so I did get a bag full of children's clothing. I will share that with you. And then we went by Goodwill and I got one other thing, which we need to bring that in and get that set up. So I'm going to share that with you. But Grace is one of the ladies. She's had lots of surgeries, lots of health issues. But anytime there's an elderly lady, more than likely her and I are going to be best friends. I have that old soul. My grandma raised me and I've always hung out with the girls. And so... I typically get along with those people, but I went up to the counter and Grace said, "How are you?" And I said, "That baby doll is creepy," because there was a baby doll sitting up on the counter and somebody had shaved the baby's head and it looked like it had a bunch of hair plugs coming out the top. She said, "Yeah, I know." She said, "Somebody's gonna buy that baby doll and love it." And I said, it was so funny. We laughed about that. But then she also told me the inside scoop that they're having another sale on Friday, which we won't make it back for the Friday sale. But it's good to have friends, right? The baby's wild. Forgive me. I hope you can hear me. It's just, it is what it is. So I got all of these sweats. These are all sweats. Some are Old Navy, some are Carter's. We got one pair of jeans. I got a sweatshirt and 3 t-shirts. Again, this is for the next size up. And then I got 3 little button-down polos. Some are Old Navy, some are Carter's. And then these are 2T, so we could do these probably now. Just a little gray pair of sweats and a little pair of jeans. So that is everything that I got, like $5 for this many clothes. That's such a deal on these. I like to buy ahead and put them in vacuum sealed bags. If you are able to buy ahead like that when you find good deals, it has saved us so much money. You know. Daddy already come and gone. He only stayed for just a little bit. He had to come get his papers and then he went to go meet with the builder. So we miss him. Can't wait to see him. I think I've got beef laid out for dinner. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna do tacos or quesadillas. Just keep it super simple tonight. And I know that that's something that the baby will eat. I don't have to question it. But the other thing that we got was we got a kitchen. I seen this on the way out at the Goodwill and it was $11.97. I don't know if, you know, it makes noises or whatever because it takes batteries. And I don't know about any of that, but none of these like little droppings and stuff like that was on this when I bought it. It was, it's from the bees. The bees out here, they drill holes. I'll show you on the other side, but they're boring bees and they drill holes and you can't leave anything out here because bee droppings and all kinds of stuff, it just gets on everything and just like this. But anyways, he got a little kitchen, so we're going to clean it up and we're going to take it inside. Like, here's an example. A boring bee dug this out. See how messy that is?
We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do. The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds, your hands still tangled up in mine. Feet on the wall, your head on me, floating easy. We got nowhere to be, got nowhere to be. Your hair's a mess, but you don't mind. You just laugh, let it fall where it likes. Coffee's cold, but we take a sip, talk about nothing, let the morning slip. Oh, it feels like that, like summer air through window cracks. Oh, it feels like that, like summer sun on quiet tracks. Oh, it feels like that, like the summer rain that falls so slowly on the naked skin upon your back. Oh, it feels like that, like a love song on a worn out track. Yeah, it feels like that, feels like that. Yeah, it feels like that. Na 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 na, feels like that. Oh, it feels like that, like summer air through window cracks. Oh, it feels like that, like the summer sun on quiet tracks. Oh, it feels like that, like the summer rain that falls so slowly on the naked skin upon your back. Oh, it feels like that, like a love song on a worn out track. Yeah, it feels like that, feels like that. Yeah, it feels like that. Na 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 na, feels like that.
Don't you just love it when you go to switch the laundry over only to discover that there's a load of towels in there from a couple days ago that I need to get out and fold? I did check to make sure that they were dry, but I just closed the door back. It was late at night, and I'm always keeping the laundry going, and I was like, I'll just fold them, when I'm watching TV or hanging out. We'll just do it at a later day. Well, today's that day because, I forgot about them. So I'm going to get those done, but I am going to go ahead and get another load of laundry going. For the things that I don't want to dry, I just throw them up here over top of the shower and let them air dry that way. Our laundry is divided up into regular clothes, so that's just, our daily things that we wear, and mainly my clothes. We've got the baby clothes, and then we've got towels and sheets, and then we have my husband's work clothes. That's how I divide our clothes up, and so these are regular clothes. Whenever I notice that the baskets are full, that's when I'll go ahead and start a load of laundry. I for sure do 2 loads of laundry on the weekend. I'll do a load of towels because that will be full. And I will also, of course, do my husband's work clothes. But during the week, I just do laundry at random, you know. In the regular clothes, that is like my sleep clothes, my clothes, and then my husband's pants and shirts that he wears. He is such a minimalist, so doing laundry for him is actually really easy. He is extremely particular when it comes to pretty much everything, but also for his clothing. He wears 2 different kinds of pants and he will wear 2 different kinds of shirts. And he's very particular about what these brands are for the shirts and what the materials are and whether they have pockets or not. So it's really easy to do his laundry and to keep him up because he is just an extreme minimalist. It's just about that time to make some supper. So before I do that, I want to put all of the clean dishes away. That way, you know, I have somewhere to put the dishes that I am going to be making. It's not often that the baby, you know, is fussy and needs me to hold him, but I just try to treasure it because, you know, one day I'm not going to be able to hold him like this because he is so heavy, and one day, you know, he's not going to want mama like this. So I kind of find it really special and touching that he would even want me to hold him while I do this, but he's my little buddy. I made the taco meat, and a lot of times I'll do like black beans and corn, but I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood for that. So I just made the taco meat, and I cut up some lettuce and tomato, and I'm frying up some tortillas here for the baby and I. And I made fried potatoes because I made them for the first, oh Lord, I haven't had fried potatoes and I couldn't tell you when. But I love fried potatoes, and I discovered that the baby loves fried potatoes, so I just thought I would make him some more. So it's kind of a hodgepodge of things that we're eating tonight, but also, oh, hot, hold on. Let me fold those over. I'm gonna make one more because David will have the cheesy double-decker, the Taco Bell. I didn't use the Taco Bell taco seasoning. I used this one. It's the Better Goods. It's the mild taco seasoning. But that one, it just comes with cheese, and then it's got the soft tortillas, the hard shell tortillas to make the cheesy double decker. He just likes that. So our plate absolutely never looks the same. But here recently, I don't know why, but for like the last week while I've been sick, I have been listening to 9/11 testimonies. My goodness, what those people went through is just absolutely unbelievable. Like, it's just it's very surreal. Even looking back on it like 20 years, you know, more than 20 years later. I was in junior high when it happened, and I just know that we shut everything down and we turned the TV on, and that's what we did for the rest of the day. We watched the towers fall and all of that, and it was just a very crazy, very surreal time, and I just I couldn't imagine the people that survived the amount of trauma, you know, and all the firefighters. I have just the utmost respect for any of those people, you know, in law enforcement and everything. So anyway, I don't know what made me start watching that, but I've watched a ton of testimonies and I have learned so much that I didn't actually know. So it's really for educational purposes, and just each testimony that I watch, you know, just to show that person the utmost respect for what they've been through and having enough respect to listen to their story. So let's eat. I made mine more like chalupa style, and I just put traditional lettuce and tomato on there, and I'm going to use some sour cream, and then this is our favorite taco sauce, the Ortega, and here is the baby's plate. I did put a little cheese on his, so we'll see if he likes it, because he typically doesn't like cheese, and of course I'm going to break this up into smaller pieces for him. So this is dinner tonight. Before I eat though, I did want to go in here and check on these towels. Oh, not towels, but yeah. Okay, so those are done. So I'm just going to leave this open, and then we'll put these clothes in there after we eat. Well, good morning. David didn't get in until almost 10 o'clock, and then he ate supper, and I stayed up. I finished all the laundry, got all of that done, and then I went to bed after I had a nice warm bath. He said that the plumber met them at the property as well with the builder, and he said everything looks good. He said we're on the same page, you know, we all think alike, and you know, everything is good. So right now David has went to open up an account at one of the builder supplies that we're going to be using to go ahead and get that done. They do run your credit and stuff, and then he is going to another builder supply where he's going to pay for the power pole, because in the next 2 weeks we're going to get this going. But as far as a good morning, no, I can't say that that's true. I don't want to talk about it, but it's definitely not been a good morning. But we're going to turn this around. Today, nothing really exciting going on. Today is a day of errands. He's running errands. I have got to go to the clerk's office. I've got to get a title signed over. I've got to renew the tags on this car. I've got to go pay a bill. And what's the other thing? I'm going to have to renew my driver's license at some point. When is that due? Anyway, and then I need an oil change at some point. I'm not doing the oil change today, but just lots of errands. So I'm going to get my errands run, and then we'll just go from there. Praise God for air conditioner. It's 92 degrees right now. I am so hot. I wasn't gonna eat out today, but I was doing some intermittent fasting, and I finally got my blood sugar under control. I've been eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know, and just making better choices, and my blood sugar has been good. And so I thought, I'm gonna try some intermittent fasting. Well, honey, I dropped low. I was sick. I was like carrying him into the Zaxby's. I was like, am I gonna make it in here and not hit rock bottom and hit the floor? But I did. So thank God for that. But we got all of our errands run. I ended up having to get a whole new tag. Wasn't expecting that. But so update on my jaw. I took sinus medication last night, and I took some this morning, and it's just now a little bit sore. So praise God, I don't think I'm going to have to end up having surgery at this moment. So I'm going to take some more of that medication when I get home. I don't really want to go home, but I also don't want to go in any stores because I don't have any like definite list or anything. So I guess we'll just go home. Where you going? Bathing suit on and get in the pool, honey.
You fall into that metal tile and cut yourself. But I'll try to be patient. That's what I should have done. Just come straight to the
On this rainy day, we're having a late brunch of turkey kielbasa. I made some eggs and I made some delicious sourdough toast. And then I made supper early and I wanted to share that with you. This is like a cowboy casserole. I actually have shared this with you before. I will leave the recipe in the description. And I made some cornbread and then I made some beans from the garden. So in the casserole, it has carrots and potatoes in it, and it calls for you to put the green beans in, but we like to have them on the side. So here it is plated up. It is delicious and it's the perfect meal on like a rainy day or maybe like a colder day, a fall day, since it is so warming on the inside. It's hearty and it's such an easy recipe. It is actually 8 o'clock. Today has been one of those days where we've just been home all day. I have cooked and I have cleaned, I've done laundry, and just kept the house going, but other than that, really done that much. But we're gonna head downtown. July 4th or Independence Day is next weekend, but I see it on Facebook that in town that they've had vendors and stuff all day and they're going to be having some fireworks tonight. So David said, I'm tired of sitting around here and I'm tired of scrolling on the phone. Let's just get out and go walk around. So we got the stroller and we all just got ready real quick and we're going to run down and see what's going on. But he's on the phone with a neighbor. Something's going on. There's always something going on because there's drugs involved, and so everybody just keeps in communication. Just one of those situations. Unfortunately, they're everywhere. Did you lock the door? Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna see if you'd get me a Tums. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah. That something from supper, you know. Anyways, let's go see what's going on. Is going to be choppy, so my apologies for that, but last night ended up being surprisingly a great time. We ran into a lot of family, a lot of Arthur's little cousins, and I got to hold his newest cousin, River, that little girl. Oh, she gave me such baby fever. She's just the most precious Oh, the most precious little baby. But also there was some drama because I'm not going to repeat what I read that the inmate was doing, because that wouldn't be honoring the Lord, and he wouldn't want us spreading anything, whether it was true or not. So let's just say that he got in trouble, and right beside us, he was thrown down on the ground and arrested, and there was a lot of language and things going on. So that happened right when the fireworks started, so it was quite the scene. But anyhow, today is going to be a hot day, so I am trying to dress appropriately because we're going to have a little play date and take Arthur out and let him get some fresh air and some sunshine. And I have not braided my hair since last year, and I only do it a couple times a year just to see if I still have that skill. Just to see if I still have it in me, but I'm going to braid my hair. But while I do that, I thought that it would be fun to end this video sharing with you like the blueprint or our house plan, so you can see what it's going to be like, you know, see if you can envision it with us. And first of all, this is going to be a very basic floor plan, so I hope that you can use your imagination. I'm going to walk you through this, and let's just see if you could imagine it with me. So first of all, right here is the front door. You're going to walk in right here, and there's going to be a wall right here that I will be able to put an entry table with a mirror of some sort right here with a little bit of shoe storage. But right when you walk in to your left right here, this is going to be the kitchen. It's going to be right here on the front of the house. So you're going to have refrigerator, sink, dishwasher. Right here is going to be the corner. You're going to have a stove here, and then right here is going to be the pantry. There is going to be an island right here in the middle as well. So if we keep going right here, this is going to be the dining room area, and right here is going to be a large window, and then there's also going to be a fireplace right here in the middle. Now, this is not necessarily where I want to put the fireplace, but it seems like that's the only place that we'll be able to put it, so we'll see. This wall back here is to be determined. There is also going to be a large window or door that's going to go right here as well. If I had my preference, I'd put the door here and I'd put the window here, because this is going to be the living room. This whole area right here, this is going to be a very open floor concept. Now, I don't remember exactly what the floor pitch is going to be, but it's going to be like a 9-foot. It's going to be a little bit higher here in the middle, so it's just going to be a big open space where you've got kitchen, dining room, living room, all right here in the middle. And this wall, like I said, is to be determined. So then we're going to go over here off of the dining room and the kitchen. There's going to be just a small hallway right here, which is going to lead into the master bedroom. There's going to be a large double pane window right here. And then the closet is going to be the length of the wall. It's going to run from here to here. It's not going to be a huge walk-in. It's literally going to be just deep enough to put your clothes in, and the length of the wall. One side will be David's, one side will be mine. And then, of course, the master bathroom is going to be right here on the other side. And we're going to have a double sink here, double vanity. And what I have decided to do is to put the washer and dryer in the bathroom. So I have not had like a proper laundry room in the last 2 houses that we lived at, and I just realized that I just don't actually need one, so I would rather it be in the master. So that's what we're going to do. So you come back out, kitchen, dining room, living room, and you're going to come this way. There's going to be a hallway running this way on this side. So right here is going to be the spare bathroom, or Arthur's bathroom, right off of the entrance here. Bless you, sweetheart. And then right here, this is going to be an extra bonus room. This is going to be like an office is what we're calling it at this point. This was going to be the laundry room, but I was given the decision, do you want to put your washer and dryer in there, or do you want to have like a bonus room, like for extra storage and stuff? So I went with the bonus room instead of the washer and dryer being in here, and I just think that that's going to be a much more useful space. We do need a space like that. On the other, well, we'll go right here, and then right here beside that is going to be the stairs to go downstairs. And then on the other side, this is going to be Arthur's bedroom. He's going to have a closet here on this wall, and then a big window right here on this wall. So this is it. This is just the very basic floor plan. Hopefully you can imagine it. It's going to be under 1,500 square feet. And then if we ever need to build onto it or build more bedrooms or anything like that, then this right here is going to be a deck that is the length of the house, and this is going to be pretty high up off the ground, by the way. But David said what we would do is we would put the door on this side, and we would just expand and build on from this side if we wanted to add a bedroom at some point. But you have to know that the cost of building supplies, Arthur's playing, so, but the cost of building supplies is at an all-time high. So when something would cost $10, it now costs $200, just for an example. So this structure is going to cost 3 times the amount that, you know, it typically would. So we have to go with what we can afford at this moment in time. We just need a basic house, a basic roof, and I know that it's going to be wonderful once we get it done, and we're going to be really, really thankful for it. But also, we're not going to have a garage at this point. There is going to be an entrance to the house right here, and then eventually we'll, you know, the Lord willing, we'll have a garage here. I'm not really sure if it's in the budget. We're going to go ahead and pour the slab for that and put up a carport. So, you know, we're just going to have to be very smart with our funds, because the cost of building supplies now, it just continues to go up. I mean, week by week by week. So we're just going to have to, you know, really just rely on the Lord and just go one step at a time. But I know that it's going to work out and it's going to be wonderful. So anyway, here it is. Is how my hair turned out. So I got a haircut not that long ago, and if you know, you know, one side is longer than the other, so I'm gonna have to go and get at least an inch or so cut off of this side to be even with the other side. But it's not perfect. I mean, like I said, I don't do this often, so let me show you what the back looks like. I don't even know what the back looks like. We'll look at it together. Okay. Okay, it's not perfect. There's definitely some flaws. And, I'll show you what the side looks like. Can you see what the side? And then this side. Yeah, there's definitely some errors, but for somebody who doesn't, there's definitely some errors, but for somebody who doesn't do it all the time, it looks okay. I just have to try to keep the skill alive, and I'm going to be wearing a sun hat. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here and say thank you for spending time with us. Thanks for watching, for all your love and support. Y'all keep fighting that good fight of faith, and the Lord willing, we'll see you again very soon.